Hi, I hope you're ready for some math today. I do have Bodie right here with me, and he's chewing on his bones. So if you hear some weird noises, look, he's touching our math book, and he's got his favorite chew toy. So he's joining us for math today. So today I want to model a little bit of a strategy for you before you jump into your workbooks and start working. So at the top of my whiteboard right here, I wrote the strategy we're working on today is making a 10 to solve problems that when you add them together, they equal an answer that is bigger than 10. So you want to try to make a 10 first. So I have a story problem that I made up that we have 8 cookies, and then let's make them be Eileen's cookies. So we have 8 Eileen's cookies, and then somebody brings us 3 more. And so I'm going to show you how to do this strategy on a 10 frame. So I drew my own 10 frame. You guys can draw your own 10 frame. And so first I want to put the bigger number in my 10 frame. So I'm going to put 8. Remember, when we're filling up our 10 frame, we always start at the top and we read from left to right. So also in math, we would go from left to right. So I filled this in, and we know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top row. Remember, I'm trying to make 8. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have 8 cookies inside of my 10 frame here. Now, I'm going to add 3 more. So I'm going to use a different color down on the bottom. I think I'll use red. And we'll put 3 more outside of the box because we're adding 3 more cookies to our story problem. Let's do a check-in with Bodie. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my screen is going dark. Oh, he's listening. Oh, he's ready to do the math with you. He's listening. He's so cute. Okay, so we have 8 cookies, and then we have 3 more right here. And we want to put this together. So the way that we're going to put this together is we're going to fill in. We want to make the 10 first. So I'm going to draw an arrow because we're going to take this cookie and we're going to draw an arrow because we're going to put it in that box right there in the 10 frame. And then we're going to take this cookie and we're going to put it in that box right there. So these 2 cookies are now inside of the 10 frame so we can make a whole 10. So I'm going to just very lightly cross these off so we can see how many are left that are not inside of the 10. So there's only 1 cookie left that's not inside of the 10. So when we look at this picture, we can see, oh yeah, well now we have a 10 and 1 more, and 10 and 1 more makes 11, and that's the answer to the problem. So we could write the math problem that goes with this 2 different ways. So we could write, okay, we made a 10 plus 1 more equals 11, right? That math problem goes with our picture. Also, a different way to write it is to take the original numbers, the first numbers that we had, 8 plus 3, and now we know it equals 11, right? It equals 11. So this strategy is just showing you how you can try to make a 10 to solve the problem. Okay, so now what I want you to do is take what you've learned right here about making a 10, and we've done this before, but I know it's a little bit tricky. So I want you to take this strategy and I want you to use it in your math book. So let me hold up your math book. So we are on page 291 today. 291, and I know some of your parents emailed me that you guys can't find the pages that had the green on the top. So see how this was extra practice right here. It's green. So page 289 and page 290 from yesterday, it's not in your book because we ripped it out for homework before spring break. If you know where that packet is because it got sent home, you can do it. But if you can't find it, don't worry about it for now. Okay, so starting on page 291, I'm going to read you the story problem, and then I want you to take our strategy for making a 10 and try to solve this problem. So it says, Jonah has 8 books. Sandra has 6 books. How many books do they have in all? Oh Bodhi didn't like that problem. Did you hear him? What's wrong? What's the matter? It's okay. The kids are doing math. You cannot bug them. No bugging the kids, Bodhi. No bugging the kids. Okay, so you solved this problem. You could pause the video if you need to pause the video. Jonah has 8 books. Sandra has 6 books. How many books do they have in all? So you know in all is our clue word that it's an addition problem. And you can try to use this strategy of making a 10. Okay, and it has different numbers, right? When I modeled for you, it was 8 plus 3, but this is different. Okay, so you try. Okay, I'm back. You can unpause me if you're ready. So on the next page, I turned the page. On the next page, it has the same problem and it's modeling it for you. So it's showing you, oh, to find 8 plus 6, you can make a 10 to find the total. So we're going to write on here a little bit. So you're going to use your pencil. And I'll use this pen so that you can see it. So here they filled in this 10 frame with 8 dots. And then they got the 6. They did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They put 6 outside of the box. So you're going to take your pencil and draw an arrow to take those 2 dots and put them in the 10 frame, and then we'll cross these 2 off because now we've used them. Okay, we've used them. And so then this arrow just shows you, oh, they put them inside and then they counted up how many they had left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they just drew those underneath because it makes it a little bit easier to read. So then you have a math problem right here. Here's 10 plus these 4, and look, that's what they have right here. So you write the answer. 10 plus 4 equals, write the answer, 8 plus 6. So it's just a different way to write the problem. Write the answer. And then it says there are blank books. Write the answer. Okay? All right, the next page says, and you can pause it if you're still writing. The next page says, how is your way like model it? How is it different? Well, maybe you did it the exact same way, right? So I was showing you how to do it with the 10 frames. So if you did it the same way, you could say, I used 10 frames to solve the problem. We did it the same way, right? Or maybe you did it different. Maybe you did it different. Number 2 says, how does making a 10 help you find the total? Try to explain in your own words, how does making a 10 actually help you find the total? Okay, you can pause the video and write down the answer to that problem. Okay, what you think. It's what you think. Now the next part says apply it. So it's the same strategy, but they're giving you a different problem. So let me read it to you. It says 7 cat toys are on the floor. Fluffy finds 9 more. How many cat toys? Okay, so we know it's addition, right? Because here's your clue word, more, right? That's your clue word. So they set up the problem for you. They made the 10 frame and they put 7 red dots, and then here's the 5 more toys that Fluffy finds. So your job is to draw those arrows, right? Move the dots into your 10 frame. So take your pencil and move these dots into your 10 frame to make a 10. And then you see how many do you have left sticking out. You could even circle them, how many you have left sticking out. Okay, and then you're going to fill in the math problems. 10 plus how many were sticking out equals, now add up the total. So 7 plus 5 equals, write the total, and then you write the answer again, blank cat toys. Okay, maybe Bodhi doesn't like it because it's about cats. Let's see. Bodhi, do you not like the problem? I think he's mad because I'm ignoring him. Okay, now we're going to turn the page. Okay, on this page, it says circle the true equation. So they have two different math facts here. Remember, an equation is just a fancy word for math fact. And you have to decide which one of these is true, because one of them they're trying to trick you and it's not true. Okay, now they made a number bond here to help you. So they took the 6 and they split it into a 1 and a 5 so that they could make the 10 with the 9. They could make the 10 with the 9. So look at that, see if you can solve that. And then number 5 says, 8 children swim, 4 more join in. How many children swim? So they put 8 blue dots in their 10 frame, but they didn't put the 4 more kids. They didn't add them. So you need to take your pencil and draw 4 more dots and then draw the arrows and make a 10 and then write the math fact that goes with it. Write the math fact, okay? Now, if you have your green, see how this has a green stripe on the top and this had blue? Everybody has the blue, but you might not have this page in there. It's page 295. If you have it, I want you to do it because it's extra practice. Do page 295 and 296, and then we're stopping for today. That's session 3, okay? All right, I hope you enjoyed math today. Everybody wave bye to Bodie. Say bye, Bodie. Bye, Bodie Bear. See you next time.